In our lesson 2 of our Introduction to Fraction series, we're going to start talking fraction language. You can see a chocolate. How many equal parts has this chocolate been cut into? Yes, 2 equal parts. And in this picture, this chocolate has also been cut into 2 parts, but they are not equal sizes. The whole chocolate has been cut or divided into 2 equal parts. Each part is called 1/2 or a half. In this picture, I can see 2 halves. These are not called halves because these 2 parts are not equal. For fractions, the parts must be equal in size. If 2 people share this whole chocolate equally, each person will get 1/2 of the chocolate. 1/2 plus another half is equal to 2 halves, and 2 halves together make up the whole chocolate. What do you see? You should see a whole loaf of bread. And now, a whole loaf of bread has been divided into 3 equal parts. Each part is called a third or 1/3. In this picture, I can see 3/3. If 3 people share this loaf equally, each person will get 1/3. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 is equal to 3/3, and the 3/3 together make one whole. Have a look at this one. A whole loaf of bread has been divided into 6 equal parts. Each part is called a sixth or 1/6. I can see 6 sixths. Have to get your tongue around those. If 6 people share this bread equally, each person will get 1/6. You can see each person claiming their slice of bread. If I add all of those slices together, each of them being 1/6, the total is 6 sixths. And those 6 sixths make up the whole bread. Fractions are named according to the number of equal parts the whole has been divided into. So if a whole loaf of bread is divided into 3 equal parts, as we've said, each part is called 1/3. The name of the fraction comes from the number of equal parts the whole is divided into. If a whole loaf of bread is divided into 6 equal parts, each part is called 1/6. Let's look at a few more. This one we've already seen in the 1 chocolate example. If a whole is divided into 2 equal parts, each part is called 1/2. Can you see how many equal parts there are in this diagram? If a whole is divided into 10 equal parts, each part is called 1/10. If a whole is divided into 5 equal parts, each part is called 1/5. This diagram has been divided into 100 equal blocks. What do you think we call each of those parts? If a whole is divided into 100 equal parts, each part is called 1/100th. Here are some for you to try now. Have a look at the picture and then write down what each equal slice or part of this loaf of bread is called. Pause the video, try the answer, and when you're ready, continue to see the correct answer. Each of these is called 1/4. Another name for fourths is also quarters, so you may have said each of these is called 1/4. Here's another one. Each slice of this pizza is called 1 what? Yes, 1/8. There are 8 equal parts, so each part is called 1/8. C. The yellow part of this diagram is called 1, and the answer is third. There are 3 equal parts, so each of them are thirds. The pink triangle of this diagram is called 1/6 because there are 6 equal parts. Each piece of this puzzle is called 1/4 or 1/4. And the last one, What is each block of this chocolate called? 1/28th, because if you counted, there are 28 blocks. By now, you should be able to name one part of a fraction by the number of equal parts the whole has been divided into. Naming one part of a fraction is also called a unit fraction. You should also be able to see which fraction is more, 1/3 or 1/5. Can you see? Yes, 1/3 is a bigger slice than 1/5. What about 1/2 or 1/4? Which would you choose if you were really hungry? For sure, I'd choose the whole loaf of bread because it's far larger than 1/4. In the next lesson, we return to the principle from lesson 1 on describing the number of objects and combine it with what we have learned in this lesson about naming fractions.